And thank you for staying with us. Welcome back to Newsday. We were talking about the rift that's been going on between the Zamfara state governor, Dauda Lawal, and his predecessor, Bello Matawalle, which originated from the 2023 governorship elections, where Lawal defeated Matawalle. Well, it's reached a new height in the past 1 week. The state, already burdened by the devastating effects of banditry, had seen the clash take a more heated turn, further complicating an already volatile situation. This is as the two leaders publicly exchanged severe accusations and counterclaims, raising the stakes of their conflict. Matawalle, who is now the Minister of State for Defense, has consistently responded to the allegations of backing the activities of bandits in the state. Well, we're now being joined by former Information Commissioner for Zamfara State, Ibrahim Dosara, to discuss and talk about this raging feud between these major state actors. Welcome to Newsday. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Temi Takwe. It's nice to have me.
All right. It's how I hear. It's good to have you on the show. Well, how does this back and forth...
Sorry.
No problems at all. How does this back and forth between two major state actors, how does it portend for the people of Zamfara State? You have a whole governor and a whole Minister of State for Defense, two large jobs going after each other in a public forum. What do you make of this?
Well, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak on the feud between the Minister of State for Defense and the Governor of Zamfara State. Well, you know, the issue of the rage, the war of words between the two officials is a fact. The essence of governance is to provide security for lives and property of the people. Property. But unfortunately, because Dauda is incapacitated, I mean, he has no that capacity, he doesn't know what politics is, he doesn't know what governance is. He abandoned that mandate given to him by the people of Zamfara State and concentrate on what they have not elected him to, that is fighting the former governor, who is now the Minister of State for Defense. Now, people of Zamfara State are suffering a lot as a result of this, because for now, 1.5 years, people of Zamfara State were expecting the government of Dauda Lawal to deal decisively with the issue of insecurity, which they elected him based on his promise that after 2 weeks of his assumption in office, he will deal with that insecurity problem. But up till now, the situation has even degenerated. It has gone worst case scenario, because before we left office, no local government headquarters witnessed any attack by the bandits. But today, as I'm talking to you, bandits had the gut to go into the state capital, Gusau, to abduct people, to kill people, to kidnap people, which is very unfortunate. And as a result of this, the people of Zamfara State are bitterly complaining against the present administration.
Well, it seems we've lost connection with the former Information Commissioner of Zamfara State. We'll try to restore connection with him, and then we'll return with the interview after the break. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Newsday. Well, let's take you back to Zamfara State, where the rift between the governor of the state, Lawal Dauda, and his predecessor, Bello Matawalle, which originated from the 2023 governorship election, where Lawal defeated Matawalle, has reached a new height in the past 1 week. The state, already burdened by the devastating effects of banditry, has seen their clash take a more heated turn, further complicating an already volatile situation. This comes as the two leaders publicly exchanged severe accusations and counterclaims, raising the stakes of their conflict. Matawalle, who is now the Minister of State for Defense, has consistently responded to the allegations of backing the activities of bandits in the state. Well, once again, we're being joined by former Information Commissioner of Zamfara State, Ibrahim Dosara, to talk to us about the raging feud between the state actors. Thank you so much for joining us again on Newsday.
Thank you, Hawa.
Well, it seems, that this accusation of backing terrorists or supporting terrorists keeps trailing Matawalle. We've also heard similar allegations from notorious terrorist Bello Matawalle, who believes that the former governor handled the issue of terrorism with kid's glove. We've had a minister of budgets claim that he was given buses to the terrorists when he could not even provide mass transit for the people of the state. So I'm wondering, why is the former governor and the Minister of State for Defense, why has it been singled out if he's innocent, as you claim?
Yes, because there are two fundamental issues involved. One, the current governor, Dauda Lawal's inability to rule Zamfara State and to deal decisively with the issue of banditry. As he promised the people of Zamfara State during his campaign that within 2 weeks of his resumption as the governor of the state, he will brought to the end the issue of banditry in Zamfara State. And also, there is this problem of inability to deal with the with the requirement, with what people of Zamfara State are needing. So because of that, and because of the current onslaught against banditry, the Dauda thought he should now turn his fighting against the Honorable Minister of State for Defense. That is just that. There is nothing, because one, I want Nigerians to understand that if Matawalle is having any link with the bandits, he wouldn't have set up this committee under the leadership of Nigeria's former IG, MD Abubakar, to investigate and report to him whether whoever is having hands in the security escalation in Zamfara State. And after the completion of this project, they handed over recommendations to the governor then, who also constituted a white paper committee who passed recommendation on him, and based on the recommendation, he sacked 2 emirs. If any governor is having such links with bandits, he wouldn't have had that gut to sack the emirs, because whatever the case, people will cry out on that. Then another issue people should understand is it was Bello Matawalle who declared total war against bandits, where he shut down communications in Zamfara State for him to fight them head on. And Zamfara spent 3 months without communications. We shut down filling stations, we shut down livestock markets, we shut down markets just for Matawalle to have the opportunity to fight the bandits. I think if he has any link with them, he wouldn't have gone to this extent to take these measures. So for Dauda to accuse Bello Matawalle of having links, because one, Dauda is ashamed of his failure to deal with the bandit as he promised within 2 weeks of his administration. And now it is 1.5 years he could not do it. And like I said earlier, when we left Zamfara State as government, there was no local government headquarters where bandits attack. But today, when Dauda Lawal took over, the situation degenerated to worst case scenario, even to the extent that the state capital, Gusau, bandits are getting in there, abducting people, killing people, and kidnapping people. So you can see that there is nothing in there, but Dauda Lawal is just trying to bury his shame of failure to do it. Another reason could be because Dauda knows that he campaigned with the insecurity, and because of that, he is losing ground with the people of Zamfara state. So the best thing for him is to turn his fight against Matawalle instead of the bandits. And two, you know, if not because of internal party crisis, Dauda knows that he wouldn't be even near the seat of governor in Zamfara state. So he is fighting box and pack to ensure that he turned Matawalle to humiliate him and to intimidate him with other things. And another thing which Dauda is now fighting vigorously and desperately is because he heard that the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is going to reshuffle his cabinet. So he wants to be complaining, gathering political thugs to be making all sorts of meetings, kangaroo meetings and press conferences, writing all sorts of things, fake news all over, so that the president can be convinced that Matawalle is dirty and he should not be within the federal cabinet. And this is just what Dauda is doing. Recently, on Friday, he sponsored somebody to go to the court to sue President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to instruct the arrest of Bello Matawalle. Now, in Kaduna here, he also sponsored a group of people in the name of APC Tinubu Youth to call on Tinubu to sack Matawalle from the ministership. So all Dauda is after is how can Matawalle be removed from his position as minister? And this is just that. He has nothing that. Otherwise, he should be grateful to God. He has defeated Matawalle, and if he is accusing Matawalle, he has already petitioned all the necessary authorities. He should allow them to do their job. Matawalle did not say, no, I must not be investigated. No, but let the authorities concerned do their job, not Dauda to put in his influence in the with the authorities. And now Dauda should have concentrated on the fight against the bandits, which is the reason why people voted him into power, rather than concentrating his resources and power people. So this is otherwise no reason whatsoever to fight Matawalle.
Well, for this,
who inherited.
All right, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Apologies for the break in transmission, but always good to have you here with us, Ibrahim Dosara, former Information Commissioner for Zamfara State.